What's going on? You're hanging out with Death Count. Welcome to part 6 of my room collection tour. We are moving on. Now, where did I leave off? Right around here, right? The last bit I was talking about some of the artwork here. And some Frank Miller stuff, some commissions here from Ken Lashley. He's talking about this Scott Snyder drawing and this Greg Capullo quickie. And we're moving on here. This is a Greg Capullo piece, which he dedicated to me. The way that I obtained this was I went on Greg Capullo's website, and on the website, you have an opportunity to purchase what he calls a grab bag. A grab bag goes for $50. And if you are able to find a grab bag available, which is random, available on his website, he will send you a quick drawing of something. Usually it's not like this. Usually it's like a very rough, super rough sketch or drawing, around an inch wide and an inch long. And when I was able to finally get a grab bag, I contacted Greg because I've known him for years. Not like on a personal reason where he comes over to my house for Thanksgiving, but like I've seen him at so many different conventions and like it's nice to him to consider me as a friend. And so I was happy to see that I found the grab bag available. I purchased it. I let him know that I was happy that I was finally able to get one, and I didn't know he was going to send me this, and it came out great, man. I'm such a big Greg Capullo fan. If you don't know who Greg Capullo is, he got really popular drawing Batman in comics over the New 52 series, started in 2011. Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder put together some amazing stories, and Greg Capullo was the artist from 2011 up to last year. Right, and right now he's currently drawing a book called Reborn. And what else can I say about Greg? Man, I've been actually a fan of Greg since I was probably 10, because my favorite Spawn cover of all time is Spawn number 16. We all know Todd McFarlane created Spawn, but after the 15th issue, he brought someone in to start illustrating, and he brought in a buddy of mine, Greg Capullo. I mean, a buddy of his, Greg Capullo. And when I was a kid, I didn't really care who the artist was. I didn't care who the writer was. I didn't care. I just liked the story. So when I heard that Greg Capullo was jumping on Batman in 2011, there was something about that name that was very familiar to me. So I looked back, and I realized that he was the artist. Way back in 93 or 92, 93, that he was the guy who drew my favorite cover, and he was an amazing artist then, and he still is now. So I was very happy to obtain this from Greg. Before that, he did a really quick drawing, and then I got this really. I mean, if he took like 10 seconds on that, I'm sure he took probably like, I don't know, like 5 minutes on this or less, right? But it is amazing, and it means a lot to me. It really does. So I'm very thrilled to own it. Over here, this is from my fiance. She would make fun of how I obsess over so many comic book artists and stuff, and she thought that she could do better. So she drew a quick Batman, and I thought it was so silly that I put it amongst all these other legends, right? So very cute. Let's move on to this Sin City print. You guys know Frank Miller created Sin City. I got this at New York Comic Con last year. It was a very rare exclusive print to obtain. You were only able to obtain this print by winning a limited raffle, right? And the way it worked is you had to be there as soon as the door opens. You put your hand into a bag, and you had to pull out a red bead amongst many black beads. And I think Frank was only think he was only doing like 15 people per day, right? So it was super rare. Got it signed, and I was able to get my girlfriend, well, my fiance. I'm still getting used to calling her my fiance. So my fiance was able to get online too, and I have a second one, which I am willing to sell. I just don't have the room for a second one. So if you guys are interested in a signed Frank Miller print from Sin City, let me know. I'm selling one. It is beautiful, right? Love that print. Let's move on here. This is made to look like a page from The Dark Knight Returns. This is oversized. I actually had this made at Staples, right? Like, I just love this cover. This is one of my favorite Batman covers of all time, and I really wanted the pencils of it, like a page of it. And I could see that it's inked, so it's not just pencils, it's really inked, right? And I got this signed by Frank Miller right there. I got this signed over at Toronto Fan Expo last year. It was my first time going to Canada. We went to Niagara Falls, which was great. Highly recommend checking out Niagara Falls, and you have to go on the Maid of the Mist. It was incredible. And from there, we went to Toronto. Toronto was great. And what's really cool about being an American in Canada is you get to save a lot of money. Our money is worth a little more, so it was nice to save some dough there. So, love this print. Had it made myself. And Frank had to sign it really quick, so it looks a little scratchy, but it is him. Very cool. Right here you can see Dark Knight 2 cover. I love this Batman, dude. Frank Miller just draws him. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people draw Batman making him look like really GQ and, you know, like real like a sexy guy, a beast. And the thing about Frank is, you know, he just draws him like he's a beast, dude. I love this artwork. I love how it's like he just got fucked up, but Batman does not give up, dude. He's ready for more. Bring it. And that's Batman to me. So, really nice. Here we have an original page from Ken Lashley. It's from the comic book called Doomed, where Superman gets infected by some doomsday virus. To be honest, I didn't even read it. But the artwork is really cool. See this nice Brainiac piece here. This is all original. So, very nice. Okay, so now we did this whole side, man. We did the whole side. Now I gotta figure out what are we gonna do next. You know what? Let's move on to the left. We did the right side. We did all of these figures here. We did all these figures. We did all the artwork and stuff. Let's move on to the left side. Okay, here we go. I'm going to start off with the comics on top. Here we have Neal Adams, Denny O'Neil. Classic Batman cover. One of my favorite Batman covers of all time. And I got it signed. You can see Neal Adams and Denny right there. I was kind of pissed off when Denny signed over his face. I was like, dude, like, you could have signed anywhere. Why did you sign over his face? But look, he is an older guy. Okay, so I'm not gonna hate on him. But I should have told him to sign it somewhere else. But I love this book. Needed it in my display case. I love looking at this book. I need to look at this all the time. And I have so many long boxes here contained with so many comics. I don't know if I'm gonna add all those comics into my collection. I mean, put these comics into my collection room tour. Maybe I'll do it like towards the end. But I don't know, man. I have so many comics, but we'll see. Over here we have A Death in the Family 1 through 4. Right? These books I've had since I was a kid, man. I've had them probably. It didn't come out in the early 90s, but I bought these in the early 90s. Still got them. When I went to Chicago last year over to C2E2, I got I got Mike Mignola to sign on each cover. Mignola was the cover artist. He did not do the interiors, but he did do the covers. So very happy to have these. And this cover is just so nasty and awesome. The Death of Jason Todd, love it. So I'm gonna stop here before it's 10 minutes, and I will continue next time real soon in part 7. We'll talk to you guys later. Thank you very much.